system at the Hiroshima University first. So our teaching assistant system has 3 layers. So the first one at the top of this house figure here, the teaching fellow is the highest one. So I will explain a little bit more about that later. So that's the highest one. So that's more qualified category of teaching assistant system in our university. Then QTA, qualified teaching assistant, comes next. So that's the second layer. And Phoenix teaching assistant is the lowest. Basically, even undergraduate students can take this kind of position, Phoenix teaching assistant in our university. And then the second one, QTA, qualified teaching assistant, is second level. Students have to get the online training to be qualified as a QTA, qualified teaching assistant. So students go to the Moodle, our Hiroshima University Moodle, to there are some questions and their materials to look through. And then they will have some short tests, online tests. And if they pass, then they are qualified as a qualified teaching assistant. The topmost layer that I talked in the beginning, teaching fellow, is the main target for today's topic in my presentation. So for students to get qualified as a teaching fellow, students have to have certain course, so two credit course, which is equivalent to 90-hour in-class and out-class study. So they have some lectures, some courses, and of course they have to have their assignments. And then if they are successful, then, and also they have to have teaching experience as a QTA, qualified teaching assistant. And then they are qualified as a teaching fellow. So they have to have a course, they have to successfully finish their course, and then some teaching experiences at the Hiroshima University. So the application criteria for teaching fellow is like these. So they should be a doctoral student. So doctoral student. And they have to complete, so this is what I told you before, they have to complete basic preparing future faculty program. So that's the name of the course, the 2-credit course, 90-hour study. Students have to successfully complete the tasks of this course. And again, like I said before, students have to have work experience as a qualified teaching assistant, so second level. The aims of this, the kind of aims of this teaching assistant structure or system is to improve undergraduate education. So supporting teachers, professors, or lecturers, we are aiming at improving undergraduate education. We're kind of hoping to improve undergraduate education. The doctoral students are engaged in undergraduate education, and then that will hopefully develop and facilitate undergraduate education. And also, one of the aims of this system is to offer professional development opportunities for doctoral students. So doctoral students will have some educational teaching experiences, so that they will have the training as a expert in their discipline. Right, and then to offer financial support as well. So offering some financial support for doctoral students. But I would say, even like my boss says, it's not that big deal. Like the financial support is not really big. If you think about the situation in the US, it's quite different. Right, and briefly, so there's the kind of three, like I said before, the 3 layers: Phoenix teaching assistant, qualified teaching assistant, and teaching fellows, so PTA, QTA, TF. So we have developed a kind of table, what they can do and what they cannot do. So I will not be showing everything, but these are some examples. So if you are PTA, Phoenix teaching assistant, you can take a role, so you can check whether or not students attend the classes. So QTA, qualified teaching assistant, of course, you can do that, and teaching fellow can do that. So there's kind of table here. The second one, for example, preparation for drafts, lesson plan. So you can't see everything. The Phoenix teaching assistant, so they're across, which means the Phoenix teaching assistant cannot do that, preparation for draft lesson plan. And QTA, qualified teaching assistant, you cannot see the cross mark here, but they cannot do that. But if you are qualified as teaching fellow, so you finish the course, you have some experience as a qualified teaching assistant, you can prepare lesson plan, and also you can also provide your teaching under your supervisor's supervision. So actually, if you are qualified as a teaching fellow, you can actually teach in undergraduate classes. So that's I think this is a huge plus for doctoral students. They can actually teach in university. And I will not go through everything, but we have this kind of table to explain what you can do, what you cannot do, depending on the level of teaching as a teaching assistant. So in this, I'm now talking about the course that students have to take if you or he or she wants to be qualified as a teaching fellow. So this course, like I said before, a 2-credit course, there are 3 major goals. So the participants, if students are successfully complete this course, students will be able to deliver a short lecture considering issues for better educational outcomes. So there are some educational concepts, ideas, and techniques introduced in this course. So based on that, then the students also have a teaching demonstration. So combining these kind of knowledge, students will be, students are supposed to be able to deliver a short lecture. And course syllabus development. Syllabus development is also one of the tasks. One task that they have to carry out. So they will, students, the course participants will develop a course syllabus and explain pedagogical ideas as well, combining the course syllabus, not only developing course syllabus, students have to be able to explain why they developed these courses, what kind of theoretical background underpinning there in his or her syllabus. And course participants will be expected to be able to discuss opinions about ethical issues in university education, especially copyright issue. There's one lecture about the copyright issue in higher education teaching. So students are expected to be able to talk about what you have to think about when you use, let's say, the pictures, photos, and materials that the lecturer or he or she has not published by themselves. So because our universities are experiencing some kind of copyright infringement in the past several years. So this is a very big issue in our university. So course structure, so I'll just go through briefly and I will talk about in details later. So students have pre-assignment, then they have 4 days covering various topics, such as 4 days class covering various topics, such as teaching, curriculum, and facilitating learning. So these are some topics in this course. So approaches to teaching, learning, and maybe Bloom's taxonomy, constructive alignment, if you are familiar with these kind of things. So these are the educational concepts that's quite popular in higher education research. Active learning and pedagogical content knowledge and facilitation. So these are the topics that we cover in this course. And online education and copyright issues. So this is also something that I told you before already. So that's one of the topics in this course, intensive course. And we have micro teaching opportunities, students demonstrated micro teaching, and post-course assignment. So I'll talk about these a little bit in detail. So before that, one unique thing in this course is bilingual program because I have to take care of students who speak English, who speak Japanese, or some of them are bilingual. They participate in this course. So this course has to be bilingual. Otherwise, I will do the Japanese one and English one separately. That will double my teaching workload. So this is just like, these are the schedule. We have only 4-day intensive course, and some courses are bilingual. Some professors are happy to provide English and Japanese separately. So this is how it goes. Like some courses are bilingual, some lectures are bilingual, some lectures are separately done in English and Japanese. I said like briefly mentioned pre-assignment. That's this one. So what students watch a video clip about 20 minutes or 25 minutes, lecturing on course design. And based on this video clip, participants design a 15 lesson syllabus. Basically 15 weeks is a kind of 1-2 credit course format. They develop, based on the video clip, they develop a 15 lesson syllabus based on their expertise. And students also create a 90-minute lesson plan. So usually we have one lesson that takes about 90 minutes. And also a 90-minute micro-teaching plan as well. So students pre-develop before these kind of lesson plans before they come to the 4-day intensive classes. So every day after each face-to-face class, students write reflective journal. So they summarize thoughts, ideas, and inspirations after each class day. So after day 1, they write very short, half-page reflective diary, and basically, this is for personal reflective purpose. So this is not assessed, but that will directly related to their final assignment. And we use that reflective diary, reflective journal to share their opinions and ideas in class. So we print it out and bring it to the classroom, and they look at what others are writing about, what other students reflected on their learning experiences in class. And so we kind of shared our insights. Or maybe some students noticed, oh, I didn't notice that one, and the other students are writing something else, and then that gave opportunity for students to think the same thing from the different angles. So this is just examples. So we use Moodle. Students write something from their lecture experience. So this is day 1. So some students wrote very short, but usually their texts are getting longer and longer if you go through this course, the day 1, day 2, and day 3, day 4. And about the final assignment, so based on the content of this course, some educational concepts, ideas of higher education, students will develop students refine and redevelop their original lesson plan again. So they refine and brush up their course lesson plan syllabus based on learning content of this course. So explain approaches to teaching. So we have approaches to teaching as a topic of this course. So this is just an example. So based on the concept about approaches to teaching, how he or she will approach to teaching in this course. So students have to be able to explain those kind of things in final assignment. And students refine syllabus, lesson plan based on the course content. So based on the concept, constructive alignment, based on the active learning, based on what else, like Bloom's taxonomy. So students will develop their syllabus again and then resubmit. Yeah, justify. So students have to be able to justify revisions, why they made these kind of revisions. based on the educational concepts. So that's the explanation about the final assignment. So this I just went very quickly about what the course that students have to get to be qualified as a teaching fellow. What follows after this course is I will give you two examples. So Hiroshima University offer some regular teaching assistant seminar, which is very short, just 1 hour or 1.5, 5 times a year. So this is an opportunity for doctoral students, graduate students to rethink about educational activities, or maybe some career in future, working as instructors and some kind of leading role in future. And we also have teaching fellow program. This is kind of certified graduate students teaching experiences. So if students have some teaching experience as a teaching fellow, then students submit a reflection essay, and based on the quality of reflection essay, students get the certificate as a teaching fellow. I don't know what's the exam and name in English, but we certify this person has some experience as a university teaching member in Hiroshima University. So these are something that we follow. The students can follow after being qualified as a teaching fellow. And we hope that students use these kind of opportunities to develop their teaching pedagogical skills at our university. So very quickly, I explained everything about our teaching assistant, especially like the teaching fellow training experience that offered at our university.